Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
Listen, man, this is Time Flies, and I'm back. I know this is an exclusive edition of Tapped In with Time Flies. Please don't have no worries. I didn't disappear. I didn't fall off the face of the earth.
Been working.
Pretty sure y'all know, man. At this point, if you don't know, you keep up with me, then you know where life has been taking me. I'm in and out of places, man. But tapped in, I'm always gonna stay tapped in with the city and with the artists. That's one of the guys I got sitting next to me right here, right now. So it's like, why not? Why not have Nir on one of the episodes, right?
Nah, real right. I appreciate the opportunity, man. You working, you bumming with big face, so I'm just thankful for the opportunity. And we stamped in every way. You feel me?
I was gonna say, man. Listen, we've been trying to. I'm gonna be honest here, completely honest. This been in the works for a couple months.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
He one of the guys that when we first tried to set everything up, probably had to be like, well, I want to say like April, May.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, listen, set that shit for September.
I know, real shit.
I said, I ain't never used to nobody telling me I want that shit months out in advance so that we know.
You gotta be strategic with it, because I feel like, all right, for example, so if I already know I'm having my tape released at a certain time, I want everything to be a rollout. Mm-hmm. So I see the labels doing it, so why can't an independent artist do it? So I look at it like, all right, if I'm having, why not pay for everything now and get that shit out the way, or book everything now and get that shit out the way to the point where once it come down to where it's time to do everything, I don't got no backups. Oh, let me do this. I meant to send you this. No,
yeah.
I'd rather everything be planned accordingly. So it's always continuous content being dropped. You always gonna see my face.
So yeah, let's get into the album, man. Convalescence. I don't want to say when I was playing it, you kind of had a song like for everything you were going through. Like it felt like real vulnerable. Like you really meant everything you were saying. Like it was like, damn, talking about my homie, song for my daughter. It's just like literally for every single emotion or everything you was dealing with. Where did that emotions come from, and why did you want to be that vulnerable on the album?
Honestly, so doing 7 years, doing so much time in prison, it's like all that stuff is pent up in you. So once you really find a way to release it, it's like you don't want to release that. You get addicted to releasing it. Like I got addicted to being vulnerable in my music. That's why it's not really the 10-second, and there's no knock to nobody, but it's not the 10-second I'm getting high music. Mm-hmm. It's more of a thought-provoking song. It's like it makes you want to keep running it back to be like, damn, every time you listen to it, you're going to get another bar. You're going to hear another metaphor. You're going to hear my flow, my cadence get better. And that's how the transition was. It's like I had to put a song in there about the losses that I took. Mm-hmm. And that's what convalescence means. It means healing. So every song that's on there is basically about me healing. Mm-hmm. In every way, where you got to start off with my homie rapping from the cell, my homie Toilet, free him. And he got 21 years in. And him just still being able to give me that point of view where it's like, dang, he fucking this joint over, you get me? And then I go straight into Better Life. And Better Life is about my experience of being in prison. Then it goes straight to my daughter, where I'm starting to learn and understand true love and the purity of love from a whole nother human being. You get what I'm saying? So it's like all these things and all these elements were different things that I had to realize, even with Caesar's Last Words. And that's something that's a song that I thought a lot of people was going to sleep on that song, but that's like one of my biggest songs right now. And it's like X&M and Caesar's Last Words. X&M is about my daughter. Caesar's Last Words is about me realizing that a lot of these rappers is hating. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are hating just because they've been rapping for 10 to 15 years. And they see a person like me
come up and get it,
taking all the opportunity, like how you was talking about, how you was speaking of earlier. I make sure I take advantage of every opportunity that I have, and I put myself in these rooms, and I make sure I stand out in every room. Mm-hmm. I get the footage, I get the content, I make sure that I milk that content. Mm-hmm. And I'm putting that content in front of your face, so you can't deny me. You can't say I'm not consistent. You can't say that my quality is not there. Everything I'm doing, I'm on tapped in now. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
like everything is about high quality with me. Everything is about, I want to make sure my package is great the way it is. That's why I had to book this in advance, because I understood the quality of music that I have. and I want you to be able to understand it and feel it with me.
Yeah, and it was like I said, thought provoking. It just felt like you packed the beginning of the album. Like, man, when it start, you gonna know who I am and where I come from.
Right.
So that's how I felt listening to it. At least it was like, all right, it was basically you just I'm just giving you a Nir. Like, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is literally everything, every emotion I got from this situation or this person and going through this is right here for you to hear, indulge, and take for yourself.
And excuse me, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's a song in there called Last Time, and it's like, I did that for my homie Kadeem that died, for me. And his mother heard it, and I played it for his mom or whatever. I sent it to his baby mom. I sent it to his wife or whatever, you know, and I wanted to get her blessing to even release that song or put it on the album. Because really, it just was me in the studio. I came up with that song in like 15 to 20 minutes. And when she heard it, she sent it to his mom. And when his mom heard it, she reached out to me. And it was kind of shocking because, like, when your homie mom reach out to you, it's different. Like, anytime, even when you're a kid, like, when you see somebody mom, you on your best behavior, you standing up. When you leave out, it's F this, F that. But when you go in front of Mom Dukes, it's like, oh, like, we goody two-shoes. I'm an angel, you get me? So when she gave me the blessing and she said it brought tears to her, it was like, and then I got YM 1000 to even come in and provide his point of view because, you know, he just lost his brother, you know, not too long ago. And it's like we both are giving our point of views of grieving, but still being able to stay strong on it and still being able to live through it and keep their name alive. And I got my man Stu doing a poem at the end of it. It's like, it's just everything is just thought provoking with me, man.
Yeah, and it's not something that you would typically see somebody, but like it sounds like, and it felt like a tedious, like you placed everything there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you were going to Stu and you in there and you rapping and your man like, let me jump on it, and you put your man on there and you're like, you gonna put it out like that. It was like it's structured a way where you wanted it to be structured, where you wanted it to sound, where you wanted somebody to feel how you felt. Like you ain't just grab this feature for this song and it's two different viewpoints. You know what I'm saying?
Not for sure. And honestly, I learned a lot of that from my cousin. Shout out to Sean Archer, man. Sean Archer gave me a lot of game on how to put things together. Like he gave me that niche, or he gave me that inspiration to show, like, bro, you not the type of rapper, and you don't got the type of lyrics where you could just go in there and talk about nothing. Get them you. Like, get them the real you and show that through your words, show that through your creativity. And that's the whole point of Convalescence. It's about healing. It's about my journey. Like, I went through a lot, man. And my journey is just starting. And I'm
1000%.
getting better with it. I'm getting better with painting it. And I appreciate opportunities like this where I'm able to showcase it, you know, and just bring more eyes to that. Because this is, like, really my baby.
No, definitely. What was it like? Because you don't typically see 18 track out, like, the length of the album, like the way you did it, you don't typically see that. Like I said, nowadays people are giving you something that's real secluded. You know, like maybe 10 track, maybe 11, 9, something like this to throw out there. Was it purposely that you did something as lengthy as you did with the album?
All right, so basically, I dropped the EP 2021.
Okay. October
21st. That's the day I came home. I came home October 20th. October 21st, 2020. And I released my EP, Convalescence, the EP, the 21st, on October 21st, 2021.
So a
year later. And that was basically everything in regards to that. And now, it's like, that's why the last 6 songs is like a whole different album. That's what those last 6 songs are. I think it's the last 7 songs, where it started off with Vodka, Quilly, and those are the EP. I just wanted to put it all together so you could see the journey of it. So it's really 12 new songs. And it's the back end of the last 7 that really is just, that was the first year, this is the second year, and then put all together. So it's like, because after the Convalescence, I don't really think, I'm not doing another Convalescence. I'm changing the whole title of every album after this. So it's like, I really wanted to be chapters. I wanted to be like y'all reading my story.
Right? Yeah, this is the healing part, and now I'm in this, whatever part. Next is,
It's like when you in, I'm not sure if a lot of people know this, but when you in like AA, and like when you locked up, they make you take a lot of programs, like a lot of programs that really be released. So one thing that they make you do is come called Thinking for a Change. Thinking for a Change is a group where they tell you, like, the first step to like getting over something is to understand, is to admit that you're healing and to admit that you have something to heal from. And that's where I'm coming from this. I'm coming from this from the point of view of, I admitted that I'm healing and I'm showing y'all my healing. And now we about to get to the point where it's like, Now y'all about to understand me. That's why on the last song, after I know, it's like I'm talking about, it's called Owner's Talk. Because I'm showing y'all, like, everybody around me got businesses. Everybody around me is doing something productive with their life where we not just on the same dumb shit that we was when we was kids.
Exactly.
We learn from it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we lead with respect, so respect gonna be garnished back to us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. How was it staying in the creation process, staying true to your sound and not getting caught up in what you hear is cracking right now in the city? Because it's,
Honestly, I don't think a lot of people could fuck with me, so it's like, it's hard to really be inspired by, like, the stuff that's coming out now. Like, lyrically, I don't really see nobody in the city really messing with me. Like, I stand with everybody. Like, I stood when I got 2 songs with Oskino, and I stood with him. And that's one of the underground, dirtiest, lyrical type boys.
You would say
like,
legend from the city.
Yeah.
You would say different era.
Yeah, different era. And it's like, the stuff that's coming out now, it's like, I understand it. I get it. Even with the drill music, I respect it. But lyrically, a lot of niggas not fuck with me, so it's hard not to stay the true to my sound where I'm expressing. I'm expressing like where I'm coming from and my point of view. And a lot of people that's doing that, I'm cool with it. But it's certain rappers that frowned upon certain shit, and now they jumping on the wave because they see it's popping, and they make them look like a clown. Like, you can't say, oh, these young boys dancing, they doing all this, and now they doing the same shake they hits type beats. And I'm like, damn, I thought you was just against it. That's why I don't diss nigga. I don't diss the crap. I understand how everybody's creative in their own way. Like, you never know. You could burn a bridge like that, and then you begging for them to send you a yacht. You get what I'm saying?
Amen.
Like, it don't work like that. So I'm showing y'all, like, all right, I respect how y'all doing it, but I know y'all book me for a feature, y'all not fucking with me. I'm gonna cook y'all every time.
Yeah, you ain't coming to play. Right?
Yeah, I'm not going for it, bro. I'm not going for it.
Well, I think most of the time, to your point of people might have shunned upon it in the beginning because that's how everybody is. We're not accepting to a new sound, new movement,
and that's what I'm going through now. It's like, not to say it like that, but I know a lot of people not going to gravitate towards me because they're not used to hearing something that's so unique as my sound is. Like, I'm giving y'all lyrics, I'm giving y'all cadence, I'm giving y'all flows, I'm giving y'all delivery, I'm giving y'all structure, and I'm giving y'all a concept. Every song is placed the way it is for a specific reason.
Because, not to cut you off, because if you want to get on the track and name drop 15 motherfuckers and talk about spinning it and all this, then because the attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an attention factor, and people are, this nigga, let me go listen. And it's not for, you not doing it for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for attention. Like, you really mean everything you say. And I feel like we're not in that era right now as far as music in the city. You got some people like you and a couple other people that still stick to their own thing and all that. But a lot of people are just, like I said, it's a microwave era. Like,
nah, for sure.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I want the attention from it.
Nah, for sure. And it's definitely a microwave era because everybody's dropping so much music.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is dropping so much and such an enormous amount of everybody's a rapper now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what are you going to come with different? That's why even when I come to certain interviews and I come to certain things, I make sure that my story and I make sure that I'm able to express myself correctly. I'm not doing the, man, fuck this shit, fuck them niggas, fuck them, fuck they dead homies. I'm not on that. Mm-hmm. Because I know where that shit could go, and I'm really one of the people that's willing to take it there, and I'm cool. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm stamped already. Like, I'm stamped in every way that you could possibly think. I'm stamped in the cells. I'm stamped in the streets. I'm stamped in every way. So it's like, I don't gotta portray that. I don't gotta be tough on songs. I don't gotta be tough in front of people. I lead with respect, so you gonna respect me. I never heard nobody beef with nobody just on the strength of I said excuse me when I walked past you. Like, it's hard to beef with me, bro. And even back then when I was catching cases and doing certain shit, it was behind, not because of me, it was behind the people that I love and my brotherhood. And I made sure that I defend everybody that I care about. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's my biggest thing. That I guess you could say that's my biggest flaw. Yeah.
But I want to say, but you in a, it could be a similar space, but you in a different space at the same time. Because you still gonna stick by, like you said, your brotherhood. Like, it's always gonna be that. But we just not on the things that they, like, I'm not on that. Well, I'm not speaking to this to first of all, and not all attention is good attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say something and then you got the wrong people on you. Wrong people checking in for you. The wrong things could come their way because of what you said on this record. You know what I'm saying? Like, last thing you would want is go back in time and do another 7 in it and just waste. I guess you got a daughter. Like, you got things to worry about. Like, we on a time right now where it's about making moves And that's really all it is. That's why I be so confused, because when I see a lot of the artists today, I can't tell like what's the end goal here. When I hear some of these rappers, like, it's like, what's the end goal? Like, is it to just make music for your block, for your folks, and for the niggas you ain't really seeing eye to eye with, or is it to make the money? Like,
right, so I'm looking at it like, all right, I kind of understand where they're coming from, because death is something that's like real. It's like death is like really the only thing that's promised, and a lot of people where we come from is not scared of death. Like me personally, I've been like, and it sounds crazy to say, but I was chasing death, so it's like a lot of people look at it like, all right, where we come from, it's like that's the only thing that's guaranteed and is promised. Is like success not really promised to us. That's something that look foreign to us. Money is not something that's promised to us. That's something we got to go out and take. Mm-hmm. We're not given the opportunity to make money the right way.
Right.
So it's like a lot of people not looking at it like, they looking at it like, fuck the angle. I'm living for what I'm doing now, and I respect and I get it. Like, I done been in that type of point of view.
Yeah.
Like, even now, it's like I said earlier, I still got that feeling where it's like a time clock where I'm trying to make sure everything is put out the way it's supposed to be. So, if tomorrow, say I die, I still got people that's can understand how much I love them. That's why I dropped this song like X and M about my daughter. So that if I was to die tomorrow, she can understand her dad loved her. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people growing up in this world, they not understanding that it's somebody that love them. I was one of those people where you have days where you like, man, are these people really loving me or genuinely listening to me? Or are they just here because I got a little bit of paper, I could pay them for this? Or are they just showing me love because they feel like I'm about to be the next wave?
Yeah.
Like, even with Oskino, that's one of the things Oskino told me. He told me that in this game, a lot of people are going to look at you for the next move of what they should do. They not looking at you like, all right, this is my homie, we gonna move. Mm-hmm. They looking at it like, all right, you're the leader. You have to be the leader. You get what I'm saying? You have to be the example. And a lot of people are scared to lead. A lot of people don't know how to lead. That's why a lot of people going down. So it's like, my point of view with things is, I respect that, I get the angle, but understand that even though you might not think tomorrow promise, still plan for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Still plan for that joint.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. And again, too, and this is not to be, I get it. City. We are all from, like I said earlier, we all come from the same thing, I just feel like, you don't have, it's always a choice with it. It's always a choice. That situation you might feel like you waking up in every single day, it could change, right? Like, you do know you can control whether you wake up on the floor or on the bed tomorrow. Like, for an example, like, you do know all these situations are in the palm of your hand, and you can change it just like that.
But what about those people that's still young? What about those people that's 14, that's 15, that's really not in a position to have a choice?
That they have to see it from somebody else. So they have to see. I'm big on. I go places where, like, I'm no matter how big I get with anything, right?
Right.
Because I'm still adjusting to everything right now too. Like, I'm not the biggest nigga in the city, but when niggas see me, niggas know me. Right. But I make sure that I'm visible. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least where I'm from, I go back when I go down to South Philly and I see all the my little brothers, folks, and all them, and all. They know, they might look up and see me. I was out somewhere with a celebrity, or I was at a meeting with a big company and all that, and I'm right back on where we. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, yeah, y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible. So I get it for the younger kids. They brains ain't fully developed. They don't know. All they see is what's in front of them. You know what I'm saying? It's tunnel vision for everybody. Until you get to a certain point where you can start to grasp certain things in certain situations and know that you can do it, they just got to see it. Like I'm saying, like the old head on the block growing up. Like, when you go to school, you would see the same old heads out there trapping, doing whatever they was doing or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's something you condition to because what you see every day. And then when you get older to the certain point and you still see those same, what you thinking now? Like, yo, these niggas still out here? Like, these niggas ain't do nothing.
Listen, I got an uncle, man. I used to look up to, man. I'm talking about he used to come in with Timberland shoe boxes full of weed. Like, I'm talking about he used to break them joints down. And I used to be in the like in a little keyhole watching it, like on some creep stuff. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Because he was one of those people that always had a crazy car, always wore the best clothes, always was like,
you had to see it,
like 100% Muslim, wearing his pants above his ankles, like. And I'm looking at it like, I look up to him, and now it's like, I'm grown. I look past him because he another nigga that's living off a woman. He another person that don't own nothing. He another person that's working past the age of 50. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So it's like, I get exactly what you're saying, but it's certain individuals, and it's the only part where I gotta disagree. It's like, when you a kid and you look up to somebody like P&B Rock, and P&B Rock give you all the hoop in the world, you listen to him, that's your favorite rapper and all that. And then, and mind you, I'm from Germantown.
Yeah.
From Germantown, we don't really have too many people that's really repping Germantown.
Yeah, from the area. I'm just saying.
Besides Quilly and for real, P&B Rock, because Quilly from Haines Street, and we got P&B Rock, and we got Vodka. Mm. No disrespect to any of these individuals, P&B Rock was the only person to really take it farther and to really show, like, we could be in this industry and we could really make noise.
You get turned up, yeah.
And even P&B Rock kind of, like, was quiet for a little bit because he was handling a lot of business on the back end. He was writing for a lot of individuals that people don't know. But when he died, that took a lot of people hope, where it's like, even if we make it out the hood, we still could get killed. Yeah. And when you a kid and you seeing stuff like that, it's like, man, fuck the world. Mm-hmm. Like, what am I really trying to see? And that's why I'm really in the community to show people, like, nah, we could really, like, it's opportunities out here. It's foundations like the Eco Foundation that's giving people opportunities to work, that's paying you $35 to $45 an hour just to deal with kids all day. Mm-hmm. Once you get your clearances, it's foundations like the Emir Foundation, where they speak about every murder is real. So it's different things that you could do out here, and it's different opportunities. Like, you're not too thorough to work at McDonald's. No. Don't be too thorough to. And for the people that's losing people, like I got a song called Last Time, like I said about my homie that just got killed. He got a daughter. He got two daughters, actually. Like, I'm not going to discredit nobody. He got 2 kids. And it's hard to see a person that you love die, or hear about a person that you love die, and not be angry about it. But it's always a fork in the road where it's like, you could go negative, you go positive. Allen Iverson said the reason that he really started focusing on sports because his homie got killed. Waka Flocka, a rapper. Waka Flocka said his brother died, so that's what really made him turn up and focus on music. Like, it goes back, and these are the examples. So it's like, it's good. I understand that anger. I understand that pain. ESTG lost his mother and his brother. Both of them did, and he's still focused on music. Focus on your craft, and even if you feel like you're one of those people that's good at everything, make sure and just try to be the best person that you could be with everything, man. Mm-hmm. Don't be the person that's just like, man, fuck it. Don't nobody care about me. Yeah. I know that feeling, bro. I know that feeling. You could get through that shit.
Listen. I was a person I was a person that didn't know what I was good at. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I want. Literally, late into my life, bro, I was one of them kids. You know how we growing up, we go in middle school. I mean, they always ask, which one do we go to? Mm-hmm. And you got the same examples, doctor, one lawyer, a cop, a fight, whatever. I always was I don't know. Like, that stayed, and I always wondered, even when I got to high school, even the level where I should be knowing what the fuck I want to do in my life, I still was on something like, I just don't know what I want to do. Like, I just was going through, like, I lost my mom at 14. It was so much more on my mind and so much I'm seeing in reality that I couldn't focus on what I wanted to do in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about, man, how the fuck am I going to make it through tomorrow? Like, I got 2 little brothers that they underage and they need this and that. So I said to say, like, the situations, some of them, we are different people, but our simulations are similar. Our situations are similar in a sense. Right. Like I said, I wasn't a person that always knew what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. I started doing this. I created this for myself. So don't always think it has to be somebody you have to follow in line. You can create your own opportunity as well. It can be something that nobody has been doing. And you decide, like, man, listen, I was a nigga, I wasn't going to school. I wasn't in college. None of that. I had my son. So I'm in the crib, I'm working. I got my son born. I can't go to school and all that. I'm like, man, what I'm going to do, man? I went and bought my laptop and was like, man, I'm listening to podcasts. I was working over there at Target. And I used to listen to podcasts every night. Like, that's how I got through my nights at Target. So I was listening to different people, and I just was like, yo, I could probably do this. Like, I ain't gonna never make it, like, to radio, like, just because I know at a certain level, you gotta go through real situations, like school, you gotta, like, and all that. I'm like, man, but this shit like radio, it's like an alternative. I could probably do this or whatever. I sat there, I taught myself everything. Like, literally, every single thing, I taught myself how to do it. And that's how I got my start in the business. So I said that to say, I don't want to make it harder for the next person, because it shouldn't be. If I'm doing it and I'm successful at it, it shouldn't be hard for somebody coming behind me. You know what I'm saying? So the Nir Costellos, the Time Flies, we doing these things so that the kids that we speaking to, it's not hard for them to see, and they can see us from our areas in the city that, man, no, he a light. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna be the light, and he can do it, set an example for us. Like I said, so I get it too. Like, I understand, like, everybody's different too at the end of the day.
And it's crazy you say that, right? And a lot of people, like, I've been noticing it's not even trying to be long-winded or anything, but I've been noticing that on my craft, right, and what I've been doing since I've been home, I lost a lot of people. Like, I lost a lot of people to disloyalty. I lost a lot of people to just hating on me. I lost a lot of people to envy just because I made the decision to really be focused on something and put my effort into something and make it grow. Like, niggas ain't believing me when I first came home and said I wanted to rap. A lot of people told me, no, we gonna go in the studio, and never did it. Never set that joint up, never booked nothing. Like, once you got, and this is another thing I had to get out of my mind, it's like, I'm so big on, I do a lot of stuff by myself, but I still got a team. I still got people that believe. I got my man Stu. Stu will call me every day and tell me, like, yo, you know your just went up another 1,000? You know this just went up, you know your streams is up, you know this, that. He notices stuff I don't even notice. And it's like, once you got people like you can't overlook them because you looking at, why Wallow not doing this or why this not doing that. Like, they're doing things, but you got to put yourself in a predicament to make them or give them or make them want to give you that opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Everything is not going to be given to you. You got to earn a lot of stuff. The people that's on these platforms is not just on there for no reason.
Exactly.
They work for that.
Exactly.
I'm not on here just for no reason. I work for this and I earn for this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Time flies. See, you're not here just because you just woke up and said, all right, I got a camera. I know a couple people. No, you work for this. You put yourself in a predicament to feast those opportunities. And that's where I'm at with mine. It's like, y'all don't gotta hate on me or feel like I'm better than y'all just because I'm not doing or not on what y'all on. I don't live with a woman. I make sure that everything that I'm doing, I'm putting myself in a predicament that my daughter be good if I'm here or not here. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, when people, it make a lot of people bitter, man. And I hate that shit. I hate that shit. And I hate it that a lot of the people that I really cared and sacrificed my life for are the same people that look down and talk the most crazy about me. But it's like, that's the way it goes.
It's life, man.
That's the way it goes. Like, everybody, like, an elevator stops at every floor for a reason because everybody not going to go with you to the top.
Oh, get off. And it is what it is, man. Listen, man. Nir Costello came through, dropped by, man. We damn near preached on this shit, man. Man. So hopefully this connects with somebody out there watching on YouTube, and you sitting there, whether you be in the basement, whether you be in the penthouse, wherever it is, the middle room. I've been in every single situation, bro, and the situations can change. He's proof. He's telling you, we still going, and we're not at a certain point yet. Don't get it wrong. We're still developing,
still working,
and it's levels every single step of the way. So,
but just make sure that every step of the way, you gotta be stamped in everything that you do, man. Exactly. Being stamped, not no crazy street moniker, nothing like that. You could be stamped in books. You could be stamped in music. You could be stamped in just drawing. You could be stamped. Being stamped, in my opinion, is being true to you and being able to stand on that. And if a person challenges you, you're able to defend yourself to the best of your ability because you believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is the biggest tool in the start of everything. You can't move it. Nobody gonna believe you. You can't even believe in yourself.
Facts. And that's, hey, man, he said it. Hey, I couldn't say it better myself.
Right.
Well, man, Nir Costello, man, Convalescence.
Go listen to that. Go
Make sure you go check it out. And yeah, bro, I appreciate you for coming through and for chopping it up. And like I said, letting the people know, man, this is it can be done. That's really all it is. If you leave this episode with anything, man, it can be done. And all it takes is for you to stay consistent. You know, I always tell y'all, consistency outweighs every single thing else. You might not be the most talented, but if you're more consistent than the nigga that's the more talented in the room, you are going to do better than that person.
Well, right.
And yeah, man. Keep streaming. Keep subscribing. Y'all know, man. You've been here for 20 times, so y'all know what I'm going to say, man. Stay tapped in.
Costello on every platform. Everything. NIRCOSTELLO on every platform. Follow me. Reach out. All I show love, I follow back, man. I appreciate the opportunity. Time flies. No problem. And, you know, we're going to go from here, man. I can't wait to see you at the top.
I'm here. Same to you, bro. Stay tapped in.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.